Hello everyone, I'm Tony Dorgan, and this is Derek Patterson, and you are tuning in to Your Sustainable Future Podcast.
What's happening, everyone? Today we have another exciting episode, and I'll tell you what, we have a special guest here, Kelly Snook. And Kelly is a publisher of an exciting new publication called Costa Neighbors. Now, the cool thing about Costa Neighbors is it's an exclusive publication to the affluent community of homeowners only in the La Costa community, La Costa Carlsbad. Increased Clean Energy, one of our partner companies, is actually running a half-page ad and like a cool anchor position, I think it's called, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's starting this February 2017.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
well, Happy New Year, number one.
Yay.
All right, well, here we are, new year, new way, new life. It's exciting. So, but this anchor spot, give us a little insight on what that is. What is that? What does that entail? Like what do our viewers and our listeners have to look forward to in that?
Okay, well, there's a couple different ways that you can sponsor La Costa Neighbors, and one is that you can just run an ad.
Okay.
And some people choose to do that. They don't, necessarily need all the bells and whistles, but the anchor spot is kind of a premier spot.
Cool.
It does give you the bells and whistles. You get to submit articles, 300 to 500 word articles, one per quarter. At
Nice.
least. If I have room, you can have more.
Okay, cool.
But the idea is to give educational pieces that the community can learn a little bit more about the businesses that are involved, that are
Right.
anchoring. We also do a business spotlight, which is our opportunity to do a write-up on what sets your company apart.
Nice.
Obviously, there are other people that are doing similar types of things in most industries. You're not the only one in your industry.
Sure.
Don't we wish?
Right, of course. Yeah,
So
no doubt.
it's an educational piece that is informative for the community to understand
Okay.
why they would want to do business with you. So the business spotlight is kind of featuring the business, whereas the articles that you're submitting as an anchor sponsor are educational pieces for the community to kind of learn about things about your industry that they may not have understood before. And then you're
That's
also
good.
in the masthead.
So it kind of gives us that
Yeah.
that anchor, that opportunity to really just educate the community a little bit, right?
Yeah, and kind of show
That
what
they're
you
reaching
know. You're an expert contributor and you're
Right.
listed as such in the masthead.
Yes.
So, no matter if somebody else is maybe doing something similar to you,
Right.
it sets you apart.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Credibility.
Yeah, for sure.
That is cool. That is really cool. So that's an exciting piece, and this is a publication that's going to go out monthly,
Mm-hmm.
starting this February.
Yep.
And so we're expecting to see a pretty good buzz around this. I mean, there's been a pretty good buzz in the community already. I know that the community is excited about hearing the publication or
Yeah.
seeing the publication as it first launches. And you've been working hard behind the scenes.
I
know, right?
have, and I'll
Awesome.
tell you, it's funny because I was buying a Christmas gift the other day at a ceramic, a place where you can throw mud, throw clay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
and there were a couple ladies that were there that live in La Costa, and they were so excited. I said, they found out what I did and what I was doing, and they were
Right.
like, "Ooh, we're so excited to get this," and I was like, well, I want recipes, that's one of the things we
Yeah,
want to
there
do
you
is
go.
kind of, we want it to be for, about, and by the community. So I don't want it to be
Wow.
something where we're
Yeah.
just putting things in there that aren't relevant. I really want the community to give me things that I can kind of build that connectivity.
Absolutely. No, that's
Yeah.
going to be wonderful. I think the community is really going to respond to that. That's an exciting piece coming. So
Yeah, it's
we're
gonna be
we're very happy to be part of it also. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So
Well, cool. And why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself and why you got involved with the Costa Neighbors?
Yeah, so really the big reason I got involved is because I love building community. I
Right.
love networking. I love working with people and giving them. I can't do things just for money. It just doesn't work for me.
yeah.
I have to feel like I'm invested in something that helps other people. And so one thing that really appealed
That's
to me
awesome.
about this was I could help business, really like reputable business owners that are good to their clients. I know how hard it is when you need something that maybe you don't need all the time, like solar.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
or
It's
like,
it's not a repeat process, right?
Right. And so, you're like, well, who do I use? Who do I go to for that?
Right.
And unfortunately, you can't always rely on the media that comes when you look something up. Just because
Yes.
somebody's first on the page in Google doesn't mean that they're the best.
That's
it means
right.
that they paid a lot of money.
Yeah. No, that's good. Because a lot of listeners, I don't know that they all know that, and I
Right.
think you saying that, being a publisher of a very nice magazine coming out right now, knowing that there is paid publicity.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and we all know that. Nobody's ignorant.
Right.
But does not mean just because you're at the #1 spot that you're actually #1.
Correct. And you know, it's funny because you get, I've had so many business owners ask me to write reviews for them on Yelp.
Nice.
Now, I'll do that if I know the business or if I've done business with them and I know that I can trust them. But a lot of people will just do the reviews to help their friends or whatever, and it's not necessarily good information. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that there is no good information there, I'm just saying that you
I agree
can't
with you. I
believe
agree with you.
everything that's on the internet.
That's right. And you know, and there's agencies like the Yelps and the Home Advisors and other in the home improvement space that we, not just Yelp. Yelp is in every space.
Sure.
And we know as well as anybody that, you know, your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your
Right.
friend can go on and write a great review and make you look fantastic and give you a 5-star, and they've never even bought your service. You know?
Right.
So, you know, that's not fair necessarily, but we know it happens, and unfortunately that's just the world we live in.
Right.
What we are looking for and what I know you're about is authenticating the referral of a
Yes.
quality company.
Yeah.
And that's exciting because that's where, and that's what I think is exciting about the La Costa neighbor and the neighboring community of La Costa. It's a more affluent community.
Yeah.
The people want to do business with people they like, they trust,
Right.
they admire, and you know they also are willing to pay for quality,
And that's the thing.
which is fantastic
yeah,
because
I
that's what your magazine is going to bring
Yeah.
to the community.
I want to build a following of people that aren't there just for the cheapest services they can get,
Good, yeah.
but are there for the quality.
Right.
Not that, I mean, we all want to save money. That's important
Well,
to
sure.
be frugal
Yeah.
and sensible. But there are also things to be said for having quality work done by quality people that you can trust and count on. And that's one thing that really has set what I'm doing apart. Most magazines, most publications, you can get into the magazine just because you have money.
Sure.
My magazine is not like that. I have screened the people that I'm putting in there as sponsors so that I know that they're reputable, quality people that really do care about the community and about their name.
Yeah.
That's gotta be refreshing for the community. to
I
know
hope
You know,
they
so,
have
I
yeah.
a
felt
trusted
that
resource like that.
when we first had that
Sure.
conversation. I remember you really interviewing us and really asking the right questions to really feel like, are we a good fit? Do we qualify really even to be in the publication? Yeah, we have money and anybody can advertise, like you say. But if it's not what you're trying to bring to the community, then you didn't want people to be. I know
Right.
you actually turned down some people too.
Yeah. Well, my name and face are in the front of the magazine.
There you go. Yeah.
And
It's a
I'm
big
trying, you know, I want credibility as
Yes.
somebody that people can trust. If they're opening the magazine and they're reading something and they see an ad and they say, I do need to look into the solar thing with all the increase in pricing that's
Sure,
going on,
sure.
especially right now.
Right.
A lot of people are looking toward. I keep talking about solar. I know that
Just your
increased clean
sustainable,
energy
the
does a
sustainable
lot,
future of the
yeah.
home, and yeah,
But
absolutely.
all of these measures, I want the community to recognize that there is merit behind the people that I'm putting in the publication.
I love that. I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
wonderful. I think that's going to get you a long ways with the community that wants to be respected like that.
Yeah, and I
You're
know.
bringing them a respected group of tradespeople.
Yeah, for sure. And I know Tony's question was, what made me get into this?
Yeah,
and,
right.
and I think, obviously, yes, like I said, I do want to help the businesses that are great out there, whether they're great because they're just, some of the people in the magazine aren't the biggest companies.
Sure.
They are, however, companies that have people that really care about people. And so, yeah, that's part of it. The other part of it is I really love investing in the community,
Yes.
investing in the people, and the idea of doing events and having things where we can kind of be in front of the residents
Right.
and invite the residents to come to a barbecue or come to a charitable event that we can do something else to help benefit people that need things
Yeah.
is just really exciting to me.
We're definitely on the same page with you. I mean, that's why we even started a podcast like this.
Yeah,
So
that's
really
wonderful.
exciting.
Absolutely. So, Kelly, what are, just real quick, what are some of the hurdles that you've experienced maybe getting, I know, obviously getting anything of this magnitude together is not easy.
Right.
And I know that you said you were scrambling to kind of get things together before the end of the year hit. What other things have you experienced that maybe has been your most overcoming, I guess?
I guess the biggest thing is always, when you're dealing with people, it's hard because you have people who I have people that I really want in the magazine that just can't afford
Sure.
to do or haven't thought about marketing. And I really think that's one of the biggest things There are so many people that run businesses that do not understand the need for marketing.
Yeah,
You hear, you're constantly trying to educate because you hear things like, oh, all my business comes word of mouth. Well, of course it does. All of us are in the same boat. That's always the fact.
Right.
The case is, though, how do you generate the word of mouth?
There you go.
Beyond, okay, I did business with this person and they may or may not talk about me. You want 50, 300 homes getting word of mouth information every month.
Absolutely.
That's what this is about.
Absolutely.
So I feel like this is exactly what we want to generate. We want to generate a word of mouth in a community that, number one, has the money to pay for your services as sponsors, but also that our chamber members, Rotary members, CEOs, heads of companies that will talk
More
about the
influencers.
things they like.
Yeah,
They are the influential people.
Well, that's wonderful. And I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break.
All right.
And we'll be right back with your Sustainable Future podcast.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Dorgan. This is Derek Patterson, and you're tuned into your Sustainable Future podcast. Today we are interviewing Kelly Snook of Costa Magazine. So Kelly, the next question we have for you is, what is going to be your major role in the magazine as you move forward with this?
So basically, I'm going to continue to talk with business people and screen people and try to find more services that I can offer to the community, businesses out there that they want to know about, people that would be relevant, and the kind of services that La Costa may be looking for. So that's one of my main things is I want to continue to build, because then we get more content, more interesting articles and different perspectives and viewpoints. And the other part of it is just working with the sponsors, the people who have come on board and who are advertising and making this publication possible for these homeowners, to help them get the most bang out of their buck. To make sure that we're connecting them the way that I need to with events and, like I said, doing that kind of thing is really, really, I think, important.
Do you have an idea of how big the magazine is going to be? How many pages? Or is that always going to depend? Or is it going to be pretty standard?
No, it'll grow. It will. It'll grow as we move forward. The beginning, the first issue will be probably not very big at all. It'll probably be somewhere between 16 to 20 pages.
Okay, so relatively small, but a nice good size still.
It will be, and one of the things I'm really coming to the community with is a request for, like I said, recipes from the community. I want to do a pet page so that people love their fur babies. They love their pets, and so or their feather babies if they got birds. But whatever it is, we want to build something that actually represents the neighborhood and the people that are there that are receiving the publication. So I want to work really closely and brainstorm and find ways to make this theirs. Okay. And I need their feedback for that. That'll be good, because then, that's basically what I was going to ask you next is, what should the La Costa Neighbors community, what should they expect? I mean, what is this number one, is this a paid subscription? Is it a paid magazine? No, they don't have to. Or is it delivered to them as a homeowner? Yeah, it's sent U.S. mail to them because they are living there and they get the magazine. They don't have to pay for it at all.
That's fantastic.
It's going to be great. I mean, the other thing that is going to be a part of the magazine that I think will be helpful to the community and to the people that are planning things in the community, an events calendar so that we can keep you abreast of what's going on.
So when you have the street fairs or when there's other events going on, maybe maybe the commerce events or something like that, you're going to be letting that community know it's happening.
Yeah, because sometimes, not always, but on a good weekend you may have a free Saturday, or a few hours anyway, and you as a family want to find something to do in the area that is fun. I want them to be able to flip that open and see, oh look, here are the options for what's been going on
this month, on the schedule this month.
And then a school schedule too, because I know as a parent it can be a real headache to keep up with. Oh, there's going to be a late day today, or the teachers are working today, and so the kids don't have to be there. Or prom is happening, homecoming's happening, those types of things. So that part of my goal is I really want to connect with the school administration too, and really help them to tell me how we can help benefit them and benefit the community with information.
That would be another added value, another added benefit that La Costa Neighbors is going to bring to the Costa community.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
Sounds like
great.
it's going to be a really good resource.
Yeah,
Really will.
and I
That's
want to
awesome.
feature students, so
Yeah.
if a kid's doing really well academically or athletically, or maybe maybe they're one of those kids that has come up with this great idea of doing something charitable and they're
Sure.
bringing other people. I want to feature
Science
them.
fairs. and
Yeah,
just different
I
things
want to
like that.
feature
Yeah.
them. I want to
Very
put their
cool.
photo in there and give them some ownership and a moment of pride about what they're doing.
You bet. That's really
Oh,
cool.
that's
I think
awesome.
those
Yeah.
kids, that'd be
So this
something
is
that
all-
I know I would have appreciated as a kid back then.
This is a vision right now, so this
Yeah,
is a
that's
vision
okay.
that
That's
we're
what
working.
It has to start with.
That's right.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to grow and evolve over
Yeah.
time, so that's very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, who else is going to be advertising inside this magazine? Anybody
So-
else we know?
Yeah. Well, of course, increased clean energy is going to be is a part of it.
Those guys are great.
Yeah, love those guys.
I've heard nothing but good stuff. We have everything from chiropractors
Okay, good.
to realtors, which I've been really particular about the realtors that I'm dealing with because there's an ocean of them,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't want too much of any one industry. I really want it to be a referral to the community.
That's a good idea.
So I really want to keep it really specific to here's who I'm referring to you, not
Right.
here's a whole bunch, choose one, good luck.
Yes,
Um,
yes, and that's kind of what you see with a lot of other magazines out there. Even some of the top end magazines that are out there, been
Yeah.
out there. You kind of see a plethora of, like you said, real estate agents, a plethora of mortgage lenders, a plethora of insurance people and solar teams and all these different communities. But yeah, it's like here's a laundry list. Here's my
Right.
Rolodex. Here's my Rolodex. Go
Right.
ahead and choose on your own. Don't
Right.
nothing to say about it, but you just
Right.
I like your guys' approach better. I like the Costa Neighbors approach better, and I like the way that you guys are really screening the team or the companies that are entering your
Yeah.
magazine, and then you're also making it so that the neighborhood has a say.
Yeah,
The neighbors have a say in what value they want
right.
from your publication.
Right, because
So-
it's their publication. It
Yeah.
really is their publication. I want to honor them
Yes.
with the publication, and I want it to be something that honors the businesses that are taking part, that are making it possible for the homeowners to receive it, and I want to make it also beneficial and honoring of the community that are investing and reading it.
Yes.
So yeah,
And that's a great community too, to start a business or to start marketing a business in, for instance.
yeah,
Because that community is influencers, like
Right.
you said. And just because somebody might live in La Costa and they might be getting the publication, seeing the ads and
Mhm.
etc., they are connected to many other communities. And
Right.
if you're an organization such as like Increased Clean Energy, for instance, that covers the whole southern United States,
right,
there's a good chance that these folks in a nice affluent community know other folks in other
Right.
communities, and that's the word of mouth that we are looking for.
and the businesses that are represented in the magazine are really businesses that want to grow their brand or their what they're doing in
Right.
that community. So I have people that are in Encinitas. Their business is actually in Encinitas, but they want to market to that community, and
Sure.
it makes sense for them to do that.
It sure does.
So it
Sure
doesn't.
does.
It's not about you can only be a sponsor if your business is right in La Costa.
Right in there, yeah, right,
Right.
smack in the middle of it.
And let's be
we
real.
happen to be, but however,
But
it
but
is-
people don't come to your office, do
No,
they?
not very
And
often,
it's
yeah.
so true of so many different industries. The client never knows, or the customer never knows really where your office is, because it's
Right.
one of those things where if you're a plumber, an electrician, whatever, they're not coming to you. You're going to them.
Right, we're
So
going on
yeah,
site.
exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool businesses down there. Like I go to a CrossFit gym every morning down in La Costa. It's called
Yeah.
CrossFit 760.
Okay.
They actually have multiple locations. They have one in Carlsbad,
Mhm.
another one in La Costa right off Rancho and Melrose.
So
Right.
I guess I should talk to them.
Yeah, I can give you the contact info. I
Yeah,
know the
Tony,
owners
do
and
that.
stuff, so yeah, I'll do that.
That'd be great.
Well, that's good. Now, Kelly, we really appreciate you coming on. Like today was a great day for us to have you here to be able to give your new publication that we're part of a little limelight and a little spotlight.
Yep.
You have any final thoughts for us? Anything that you want the community to know, that our listeners to know, that should be maybe they're excited about, or what you're most excited about? Any final thoughts?
I'm just excited that we're going to have a February issue.
That's good.
I'm excited. There will be, like I said, I plan on doing events. So the first event will be a launch party in February.
There you go.
So all the sponsors will get invited to that, and it'll
Nice.
be a chance for business-to-business networking.
Nice.
And also, hopefully, I'll be able to glean some information about how to help the business owners be more relevant and more out front in that community, ways that I can help build that. The other part of it is just really would love to meet with some more people that are interested in expanding their market and their business in a really great way that benefits La Costa.
So if you're listening here today and you're one of our followers, one of our loyal listeners, I want you to reach out to Kelly Snook at La Costa Neighbors or reach out to us, and we'll get you her information. And make sure that, if you have a business and you'd like to be part of this great community, we want to make sure you get a chance to number one, be screened.
Yeah.
So be prepared to be screened. And then number two, just hopefully you can join us in this great new publication. And as we launch into the community, adding value to a new community called La Costa with La Costa Neighbors Magazine. Coming February 1, right?
Yeah.
Or February first week.
Right. February at the beginning.
There you go. Beginning of February. All right. All right. Well, that's all we have for you today. Tony, any last words?
No, that sounds good to me. It's a pleasure having you on the show today.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thanks for
the
joining us.
opportunity.
That's it for today, guys. Your Sustainable Future podcast. We're out.